evening, San Fernando. How are you doing? Great. I'm grateful to be here this evening. To your worship, Mayor Alderman Junior Agrello, to our distinguished Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Rowley, to our Deputy Political Leader, Ms. Joan Yule Williams, to our fellow candidates, and our chair lady. And to you, ladies and gentlemen, I say good evening. It is my esteemed pleasure to be here, although from San Fernando East, Mr. Manning, I represent Faizabad. It is certainly a constituency that I have fallen in love with, and I dare to say they have fallen in love with me. I told some of the constituents the other day, they tell me, you know, this is a foregone UNC area. And I said to them, it's only a stronghold as long as you want it to be. It can be a PNM stronghold for us this election. And I stand by my word. Because I have seen poor representation for over 30 years in that constituency. Over 30 years, the UNC has had hold in local and as their member of parliament. And I have not seen development. The people speak to me and they have not seen development. And whilst walking through, you hear the cries from both sides. And they say, but we've been doing the same thing over and over. And I call it insanity if you expect the same result, a different result. So now we want to do things different. We have looked at our constituency. We've been walking for over 8 weeks. We've been talking to the people on the ground. And the cry has not fallen on deaf ears. Within my short time of just about a little over 2 months, we have already installed 2 recreational grounds, one in Mulchan Trace and Bush Village, with lights. This is just 2 months. And over 20 street lights have been either repaired or replaced. And this is just me as a candidate pulling at resources that are there for us. Basic infrastructure of lights, roads, water supply. That's there for taxpayers. There is no reason why our people of Faizabad cannot have it. So I want to tell my people of Faizabad that there are pillars of strength for you, our social, economic, technological, and cultural. For people who don't know, Uriah Buzz Butler, that is where it came from. That is where he came from. Our strong trade environment was birthed right there, but yet there is no museum to record that. There is no history recollection for our young people. That is something that we can take on and preserve. It hurts me when I go into areas and I see that there are no lights for our children to study. How are they learning? How are they researching? And there is no library. There is no library for them to go and research. There is no library for them to go and read. But we expect the best from them. And to my young people out there who tell me, and they've been telling me, I've dropped out of school. I had to take care of the young ones at home. And I say to them that all is not lost. The PNM is here to save you from that. Yes? Because what I am envisioning for them is just a matter of certification in their trade. There is raw talent, Honorable Prime Minister. There is raw talent in Faizabad, especially with and from our young people. We just have untapped talent. So I speak to them right now because they're under the sound of my voice. They're supporting me right now by just looking on. And I say to you that I'm here committed to you. Even as it is right now in Faizabad, there are simple things that we can do for our young people. Sports. There is nowhere for them to train successfully. Do you guys know that Giselle Salandi, who's in boxing, came from Hicklin Village in Faizabad? I'm proud to say that. She is truly a mentor to our young ones in sports. Then there are those who are crying for agriculture. That's a bed of roses for Faizabad. Guess what? There's no KFC in Faizabad, you know. There's no KFC in Faizabad. The young people are frowning, the older ones are clapping. But it has kept our older folk looking like in their 60s and they're over 100. So they know how to use that agriculture for their benefit, and we have to encourage them. Our elderly, I see them, I hear them every time I walk, and they're left home alone most times, and they're left with containers of medication with glaucoma in 2 eyes and left alone. Who's caring for them? So there is property that has been earmarked for many, many years to take care of our young people. Our elderly, we can invest in that. Our disabled and differently abled, our visual and hearing impaired. Some of them join me on walks just to be a part of something big that is the P&M. Something big that is caring, something big that is compassionate. And I say to you that even as we go to the polls, I tell my constituents, vote consciously. Vote consciously. You don't even have to wait. It outweighs what you really want. You want stability. You want economic stability. You want a compassionate leader. You want one of sobriety. Can I say that? You want one who can lead from in front and know when to step behind as well and still lead. And that's what we have in our leader, Dr. the Honorable Keith Rowley. Yes? So as I close, I want to encourage all who are here and all who are viewing and under the sound of my voice that on the 10th of August, we will be able to say to each and every one of you all that great is the P&M, great is the P&M, great is the P&M, and we shall prevail. Thank you.